My name is Martin Zelaerts, and this presentation is about game concept. Game concept is a general idea how to entertain players, why they should play. But this is also a document that contains all important information that describes this general idea. So, what are those game concept elements important to describe in this document? First of all, of course, the general description, the idea for the new game. Secondly, what is the player's role and goals in this game? What are the gameplay modes? What is the main mode? What kind of challenges and activities are presented in the game? What is the genre of the game? Who is the target audience? Who are the players? What is the platform for this game? What kind of devices are used? What is the competition mode? Is it based on collaboration or in competition? Is it a single player or is it a multiplayer? And how the game world should look like. In the business conditions, also the unique selling point and marketing strategies are described. In the description, the general game idea is introduced. Normally this is something very short, 2 or 3 sentences or 1 paragraph. It will introduce what player can do in this game, what are the main activities for the player, and why this game is special. Of course, the goal for the game is introduced, progression shortly from the beginning of the game until the end, and other additional information, for example, levels. Are the levels needed in this game? Story, is this game story-based? And so on. For defining the player's role, the first question can be, is this game avatar-based? If yes, is the avatar visible? If yes, what is the backstory for the avatar? But most of all, the designers should focus on the aspects like what is the player's overall role in this game? What are the general activities the player can do? Next, different gameplay modes for the game should be described. The first question is there any different modes, or is the game a single mode game? Gameplay means challenges and actions. Challenges can be seen as smaller goals, and actions are activities for achieving those goals. Some games have different gameplay modes. For example, in a racing game, the main mode can be racing, where the challenge is to win the race and actions are related with driving. And the secondary mode can be car tuning, where the challenge is to design the best car and actions are related with buying details. Next, designers have to specify what is the genre for the game. For example, is it action game or is it puzzle? In this presentation, we don't focus on different characteristics of different genres. It is important to mention that the selection of the game genre is affecting the game challenges. Here you can see how different categories of challenges are covered by different game genres. For example, in action games you can expect mostly physical challenges like speed and accuracy, and economical challenges. For example, collecting ammunition and first aid kits. In some level they are related with conceptual challenges. for example, collecting information about your opponent, and tactical challenges, for example, choosing between defense or attack. And usually they are not related with logistics, exploration, or logic. Nobody is expecting that they are asked to solve some puzzles in action games. For example, in adventure games, they are mostly related with explorational challenges like different obstacles, locked doors, illogical places, and also logics like puzzles, solving puzzles. In some extent, they are also related with economical challenges like collecting different resources and items, and conceptual challenges like collecting clues for solving puzzles. And usually they are not related with physical or tactical or logistical challenges. There are also some other aspects how you can classify your game. First, you can ask how many dimensions you will have. Is it a two-dimensional game or 3D game? What is the point of view from the player's perspective? Is it a first-person or third-person game? How many players at the same time can play this game? Is it a single player or a multiplayer game? And is it story-based? Is the story fixed, or does it allow so-called sandbox game, like open-ended missions? So, of course, it's easier to start your first game when it is two-dimensional, first-person, single-player, and not story-based. Then you should describe the target audience for your game. Who are they? Who would like to buy your game? Who would like to play your game? Are they hardcore players whose lifestyle is to play different video games? Or they are more casual players who like to play for fun? Is this game for men or for women? Actually, they are not so different. Is it for boys or for girls? Usually girls, they prefer more nice and beautiful artwork. How your game is supporting special needs, and how the cultural background of the player is affecting the game experience. Then you, of course, need to decide what is the technical platform for your game. Is it a PC, computer? Is it web, online? Is it a smartphone, or is it a TV? And based on this information, you also need to decide some aspects in design, because different platforms have different controls. Can the player use a keyboard, or is it based on joystick, or just using a touchscreen? Also, the gameplay can be different depending on the human-computer interaction. For example, aiming with the help of TV console is totally different compared to a personal computer. And of course, the graphical design is different in different platforms. For example, what is the level of details? It depends on the distance between the screen and the player. What is the competition mode for your game? The easiest way to go is single player, where the player is competing against the game environment itself. Or can it be a two-player competition or multiplayer competition? But the games doesn't have to be always based on competition. It can be also a collaboration, like a multiplayer collaboration, or team-based, or a combination of previous competition modes. And finally, you should draw some sketches about your game world and also describe the content of the game world, because players interact through the game world, and it's very important for casual players. To them, it's entertaining element. Hardcore players usually don't care about game world. They focus on gameplay. But yes, how the art should look like. What is the general theme for the game? For example, is it medieval? What is the style? During the medieval, there was several art styles. For example, Gothic or Romantic. Is the time somehow limited? What are the cultural values or attitudes delivered with the help of this game? What kind of emotions the game can generate? Is it thrill? Is it control? And also ethical aspects. What are right things to do inside of this game and how to present them to the players? Here is one example of game concept. This game is called Time Mesh, and it is an educational game for learning history. The game starts from the idea that the game reality is different from the real reality. So players in the game can see that something went wrong in the history, and player has to go back in time to find out what went wrong. And the role or goal for the player is to go back in time and fix the history. Challenges for the player are related with learning history, understanding conditions, understanding connections between different events, collecting information and objects, and solving puzzles, and finally fixing the history. Actions that players can take are related with walking, talking, picking up items, using items, and so on. It is an adventure game, two-dimensional game, and the players see the game from a third point of view. It means players see their avatars. The players see the avatar in the game. The target audience is other primary school students. It is online web-based game. The competition mode is mostly single player, and the competition against the game environment. The only goal is to pass the game, solve all the puzzles. And the game world is based on 40s. Actually, this game has several scenarios. One of them is related with Second World War, and the overall design of the game is the 40s. But the graphical style is black and white and quite rough drawing. And here you can see some examples from the Time Mesh game world from the World War II scenario, first seen in Paris. As you can see, those background images, characters, and items, they look quite rough and sketchy, and black and white to provide the wartime atmosphere. Of this presentation is from the book Fundamentals of Game Design, written by Ernst Adams. And the example in this presentation is from the game Time Mesh, produced by the project called Z-League. This is the end of game concept presentation.